Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. You are now in the friend zone. I don't know what I'm doing.
I like that.
But enjoy us while we're here in the friend zone. Yeah.
Oh wait, you have to press it to stop it. Sorry.
Anyway, we're playing with the new toy still. It's pretty cool. So just keep watching and make us money so we get more toys. Thanks for joining us here in the friend zone, the best zone to be. Friend zone is always great. PHRIEND on X, Twitter, and Instagram. That's where all our links are. Also, all our links are on everything I post in the bottom after the description. So there's no reason you can't find us and show us to your friends. And that's my intro for the week. Friend Zone Pod is where you need to find us. Looks up. You can be found on YouTube. I've checked. It's on like page 3. So, but we're there. Watch us, find us, listen to us. It's great. We're gonna talk about sports now, and we're gonna start with the Eagles.
All right. Starting with the Eagles, I guess the first thing to talk about would obviously be the ongoing search for the offensive coordinator. Mike McDaniel and Brian Dable have both taken jobs. So
Oh, did Dable take a
I
job?
think he did.
I'm pretty sure.
I saw he didn't want our job. He was either going to be head coach of the Bills or he was going to take OC of
Titans.
Titans.
I think he went Titans, but that could have been just a rumor.
I did hear this from Josh, so I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
ouch. I heard this from Josh, so I'm not 100% sure.
Well, not that, but you know what I mean.
I'm also not 100% sure, so I know what he's saying. But
Oh, okay. Well, this report Brian Dable probably not going to be Eagles offensive coordinator.
yeah, I saw that part.
Also, Brian Dable is okay. So it is not confirmed, but I didn't realize Brian Dable's Canadian, so I don't want him anymore.
Well, he's not coming.
This
so-
isn't hockey.
Get out of here with your flappy head.
Yeah, I guess back to what I was saying. I heard that he really wants the head coaching job of the Bills, and if that doesn't happen, he's going to do the OC of Titans.
It also seems like nobody.
If I'm a Titans fan, I'm not excited about any of that.
No.
Robert Saleh as head coach and
Yeah.
then Dable as your offensive coordinator.
I mean, he did a good job with Josh Allen, but that is Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean, Dable's interesting just because he would have a lower draft pick in Jackson Dart last year, and then he's going to the number 1 overall pick in
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Yeah.
So, and then Saleh, who's proved to not be good with young quarterbacks.
I think the Titans are just trying to stack as many bald guys as possible on their coaching staff for whatever reason.
Ball's
But,
beautiful, man.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know at this point who the Eagles would even be looking at outside of
Jim Bob Cooter.
yeah. Well,
No, thank you.
yeah, I don't
No,
really want Jim
he's a
Bob
Shane
Cooter.
Steichen guy.
Yeah, but he's not Shane Steichen.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's maybe the best we could do.
Yeah, I don't know who at this point.
Yeah, I feel
Frank
like
Reich?
I have a feeling that we're gonna crash and burn.
I think Frank Reich's the guy.
Yeah,
he's not.
We need a guy who doesn't have any more head coaching like ambition.
agreed.
We'll be here for a couple of years to help Jalen,
Agreed.
and really that's it.
Yeah, and Frank Reich and has some sort of
I would love it.
familiarity with
I just
Philadelphia would be great.
Don't think that it would happen.
I mean, Cliff Kingsbury's still out there. Whatever.
He wanted to get-
definitely wants to be a head coach again.
Not a
Yeah,
Cliff guy.
and also he wanted to get rid of
Jeff Stout.
Jeff Stoutland, which is why we picked Kellen Moore.
Yeah, so no thank you. No thank you for Cliff Kingsbury, but we'll see. We will definitely react to whoever we end up picking.
It's gonna be that asshole from the Falcons.
Yeah, which I don't really understand why we would get a guy who hasn't really done that much with that many
Yeah, at that point, just
weapons.
keep Kevin Petula because you're just gonna get another.
Well,
Kevin
definitely don't keep that.
I know, but we're just getting another Kevin Petula.
Yeah, but at least
Like-
this guy's called plays before
Okay.
on a
Alright.
level, you know, I feel like.
I think whenever the Broncos are done, Davis Webb will come up as a name.
Okay.
I think he'll be the Bills head coach.
You think?
I think so. He's boys with Josh Allen.
Isn't he the quarterbacks coach?
Yeah, but I think he's been getting head coaching and offensive coordinator nods, so I could see him because Josh Allen is probably going to pick this coach, and they're buddies. So I could see
The Bills, I think. I mean, we don't have to get into a tangent about the Bills, but like,
So whatever.
I would not want to be a Bills fan right now.
No, me
like they had the whole thing like today where like they were trying to put blame on who the fuck drafted Keon Coleman, and that felt like what it was like when taking Jalen Rager after Doug left. Like,
Well, it's Brandon
What are
Beane.
we doing?
And they
But
Who
they
was
put
on-
it, they put it
who-
on the coaching staff.
So who was on the board when they took Keon Coleman? Anybody of note?
Lad McConkey
Oh,
went 2 picks later, or a pick later. So
He's the guy.
Yeah, he is.
he would have been the guy to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, so Xavier Worthy was on the clock still, and the Chiefs took him. So like that same year. So I don't know. The Bills have had a few bad drafts, but Sean McDermott doesn't draft players. Brandon Bean does, and Brandon Bean got promoted somehow.
Oh.
Through this whole ordeal. So I don't know. Terry Pagula is not
Moneyball.
really.
They needed a bean.
It's fair. Terry Pagula is not really that good of an owner in my humble opinion, but
I won't say anything bad about him because he also donated to Penn State hockey becoming Division One. So
there you go.
contractually obligated to just agree with whatever he says.
There you go.
But it is a shit show up there in Buffalo.
Along those lines, Josh Allen and CJ Stroud did not hold up to Jalen Hurts when it counts, and I feel like they got no media flack for that. And yet again, I feel like Jalen just gets so much flack when like Baker looked bad at the second half of the year. Josh Allen didn't look good. CJ Stroud looked awful, and like they get just like a day of scrutiny
They
versus
get a
like
pass, basically.
6 months of just being like, dumped on after winning a Super Bowl, taking us to another one.
Josh
But
Allen has none of the playoff success that Jalen had.
exactly,
And gets
Well, I guess on that
passed
note,
for all of it
and had James Cook this year, who was the
best
whatever, yeah, the
this year.
league leader in rushing.
I mean, oh yeah, if we're going to spin off that, a lot of people have been saying that the Eagles' offensive coordinator job isn't attractive because of Jalen Hurts. I think there's a lot of
That's
other
what I heard
factors,
WIP saying, but
but
it's WIP.
Well, that
I just don't see. I don't know how you guys think, but I don't think that's like the issue.
The issue is Nick
Yeah, I think it's Nick.
and
wanting to
us.
run his offense through whoever's here.
I think the issue is us a little bit too. I think people are scared to go to a market that's going to just like
Yeah, so the issue is the friend zone pod.
Yep.
Got you on this
the
trouble.
three of us. They really am like,
Man, they hate us.
They hate us.
They hate us because they ain't us.
but I mean Eagles fans in general and
Hate us.
Philadelphia fans. I think that they some people get nervous that they're going to.
It's a hard city to play in and coach in.
Yeah, it is.
have-
But
A lot of expectations.
Well,
iron
I think
sharpens iron.
either. So yeah, sure, it's a short leash, but again, if it's also a stepping stone to a head coaching job.
True.
Like what are you looking for?
Yeah, anybody that's
get Nick
successful,
fired.
anybody that's successful here becomes a head coach somewhere.
And like, Steichen left L.A. and Herbert
Yeah.
went to a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts. Kellen Moore left L.A. and Herbert won a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
I think like Mike McDaniel, everyone's trying to make Mike McDaniel being like this big opinion piece on like the Eagles offense versus the
He's a weird
Chargers.
guy. I don't.
Yeah, like he's a weird guy. Like I don't think that ever would have worked between him and Nick being weird guys. Already reports of him and Fangio not getting along. Him and Jalen definitely would have not got along. But like, I'm okay with the narrative. Like I want to watch Mike McDaniel and Justin Herbert never win a big game again together. That's fine with
Yeah,
me.
that's cool.
But also, Mike McDaniel has a lot of family in California, and no one's talking about that. So,
Mike McDaniel also just does not seem like a Philadelphia guy.
He would not.
I don't think
never.
he wants to be here.
and I mean, there were reports earlier today that like he had a report or an interview scheduled that he just like ignored and like never gave Philadelphia the time of day. But I guess they had like a virtual meeting where they like sat down and actually talked to each other. So it's not like he didn't talk to Philadelphia and like whatever. I
They
think
had a Zoom meeting, but so did
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Boba Fett.
I gotta pull that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think there's like too many things you can't call it an indictment on like the Philadelphia culture.
Yeah.
There's also like uncertainty. Like, is the new offensive coordinator going to come in and talk to AJ Brown and be like, "Hey, this is what I'm going to do for you if you stay"?
It would that would have to
Because
happen.
that's a wild card
Mm.
in the picture. We also don't have a tight end on the roster right
That's
now. So
true.
like,
Kyle Pitts.
I think so,
If
but
we get the Atlanta guy, that's probably going to happen.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with
think.
it too.
But,
I mean, he's
Arthur
local.
Smith?
Yeah. No, but that would be a good call. Derek said that to me. He was like, Arthur Smith would be perfect with your offensive
Did he
weapons.
get a job yet?
I thought honestly nobody was gonna. I thought he was gonna stay with
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, but Chargers interviewed him,
Oh,
but that
yeah.
obviously didn't happen. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would love Arthur Smith. That actually would be my favorite of anybody left. Oh, but yeah. Yeah. Is that at all on the OC, or does anybody have any other people?
I feel like it's gonna.
Like, it's gonna surprise me who they end up picking.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a guy we don't know.
I
I don't think it's gonna be Kingsbury.
Mm-mm.
They've been talking about Charlie Weiss Jr. from Ole Miss. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's
really
gonna happen.
like that idea.
I'm kind of shocked. I mean, he won't come to Philly right now for an OC job, but I'm surprised no one's been sniffing around Kurt Signetti after
Yeah.
everything Indiana's done this year.
True.
Still some head coach vacancies out there.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
And didn't you say him and Sirianni have a connection?
IUP, but yeah, I doubt that.
Well, I want
it's not-
nothing that has any connection to Sirianni. Honestly, I want like.
I know we interviewed Kafka, but I think that was just like a
Hey, you played for us.
we know
We'll
him.
give
Yeah.
you a
I
look.
agree.
I wouldn't hate it. I guess it worked out when Doug Peterson came here.
Anything is better than Kevin Patullo. So frankly, I'm just gonna
Sure.
sit back and kind of see. And I feel like John said, they're gonna hire someone that I'm like, what? Okay, that's fine.
I just hope it doesn't fail miserably and we crash and burn.
Yeah, last year was just so terrible because the news came out and it was like, we won a Super Bowl. Kellen left, obviously. Whatever. Like, look at this roster. Like, how
Yeah.
can you go wrong?
I think that's what they were
With this
thinking.
roster,
Look
you
at this
know?
roster. How can
This
they go wrong?
year has proven this be the year of the coach. If you look at the final 4 teams, I mean, Sean Payton's fine, but the final 4 teams all have good head coaches.
I guess from my rambling earlier of taking old Chargers OCs, we should hire Greg Roman. Which, don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
Please don't do
It's
that.
gonna be like Bobby Slowick or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Or Jim Bob Cooter.
Yeah,
It's gonna be one of those guys or one of those type of guys.
yeah, that'd be fine with me. We'll see.
I want Jim Bob Cooter just because of the name. I'm a child. What do you want from me?
If only the Bears were terrible and Ben Johnson.
True.
If only the Colts actually failed miserably and we could get Shane Steichen back.
They did. It's just the owner, because which I get. It's our first year as the full owner, so she's like, I'm going to give it a year, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. They should
I
have
mean,
had
Frank Reich's
power.
still out there, and he's never going to want a head coaching job again.
Yeah,
But is he going to want to work for under Nick when Nick was under him?
That's
I think
true.
so. I don't know.
I think there was a thing I can't
Mm,
that both of them said, "Hey, that would be like a weird situation for me."
fair.
Doesn't mean it can happen.
Yeah, that's true.
I would like it. He turned Nick Foles into a Super Bowl winning quarterback in
That's
a couple
true.
weeks.
It's very true.
So
Who's everybody pulling for the remaining teams? I mean, I think we're all cheering for the Broncos, I would imagine, even though I doubt it's going to happen.
I'm not cheering for the Patriots.
Yeah, so Broncos. And then I personally would love a Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It's not gonna.
Yeah, versus like the Patriots and the Rams.
Stidham's not going to get to the
No,
Super Bowl.
he's not. But it'd be
I'm rooting for the Seahawks because of that.
yeah. Overall. Yeah.
But what if Stidham does?
That'd be cool.
Okay, if he gets to the Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah,
If for sure, I'll root for the Broncos. Like they have to win,
I agree.
and then Bo Nix can be the next Carson Wentz.
Yep. I agree.
Just fail miserably,
It'd be really funny.
be sad.
Like the flukiest. Well, he had like the flukiest injury ever, man.
Yeah. Carson. not
When that
as
news-
fluky, but
Yeah, Bo.
yeah.
When
Yeah,
that
when-
news came out, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, you texted me and I was like, "Is this real?"
Exactly.
I went and looked it up. I was like, "Oh, I thought you were doing one of your John things." Were like,
My
Bo Nix got injured.
Oh,
Broncos.
that sounds like a typical John thing.
You-
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix got injured.
yeah, honestly, I don't know. You don't usually do stuff like that. I don't know why I said that.
My friend who's a Broncos fan, shout out Duncan. I hope you're watching.
Me too. I hope so.
Made a
Me too.
very-
Also, cigar.
Yep, true.
Sager.
Sagar. I don't know. Anyway,
You could be watching.
we know
too.
2 Broncos. Well, I know 2
I'm wearing a
Broncos.
Broncos jersey.
There we
Tune
go.
in.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
That's right.
Mr. McCafferty likes the Broncos.
Get you a danger.
He was my teacher in 6th and 7th grade.
Ed McCaffrey.
Ed McCaffrey.
That's pretty cool.
I can't remember. Can't remember his actual first name.
Mm,
Actually, I do, but I don't want to say it.
yeah, that's fair.
Mr. McCafferty.
Shout out McCafferty.
PB.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
All right.
Anyway, we're just rambling now.
Yeah, we are
My
just
fault.
rambling. Do we want to move on to the Philadelphia Flyers, or we have anything left?
Well, can we just mention that
The
per Jeff
boys.
McClain, the Eagles were thinking about firing Sirianni at the end of 23, and then also 4 games into 24. Then we won the Super Bowl, so they let him go. Okay, you could pick the next OC, and we're clear how that worked out.
Yeah, I don't know why it was such a drastic change from almost fired to letting him pick
He
the
won
OC.
because he won.
But like, yeah, but like, it
Oh.
doesn't mean that he can pick anyway. Whatever.
Sure. I mean, I think they were just doing the thing you're supposed
Yeah,
to do.
I agree.
I just feel like they didn't want to do it, but you kind of have to.
I just have the image of Sirianni nodding at the camera like this in my head.
against the Giants.
Yeah, and
His record is so fraudulent because he has
just-
such a stacked team.
I agree.
Anyway, that's all I have.
Anywho,
That's the end of my Eagles rant.
hopefully goodbye.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I would say is like it's not surprising that they thought about it, but like why didn't we do anything about it?
I agree.
We could have fired him, and then Kellen Moore would have won the Super Bowl, and we had Kellen Moore for the foreseeable future.
Kelly Moe.
And then the other weird thing is like the end of season this year with all the closeout interviews. That's like they put an emphasis on trying to say that like Nick had power or something in this.
Oh, did you see in that interview, their press conference? Did you see like Howie Roseman sucking Nick off the whole time? It was great.
Yeah, it was just like really weird. Where like Howie usually takes like more, I guess like coach speak answers.
Yeah.
But like everything was just like throwing back to Nick or like giving Nick credit.
And he's like
And,
such
they-
a
I
he's
feel like
such a
they've
good
just
coach.
never done that before. Yeah. So
So
that's
obviously,
interesting. I think Jeff and Howie are definitely like heavily influencing this next offensive coordinator hire.
I hope so.
But it's just
also
weird that
Jeffrey
they came
Lurie's
out-
son has been in the interviews too, so that's weird.
That
is weird.
Probably the
Heir
how
apparent.
old is he? Yeah, the heir apparent.
Good question.
Hopefully he's not a. Hopefully he's a nice guy.
Hopefully he follows in his father's
Yes,
footsteps.
that's a good way to put it. Because I like Jeffrey Lurie.
He is a good owner.
He's a very good owner, especially when
Not
I have
perfect, but
Josh Harris
but very good.
as my other
Oh yeah, the other owners in this city
favorite team's owner.
are
So
garbage.
yep.
Anyway, on that note, I guess we will kick it to the Fly Guys.
The Philadelphia Hockey Club.
The icy corner of our pod.
All right, we'll do a hockey minute real quick. We are currently live right now playing the Mammoth with like 5 minutes left in the second period. Up 4-2. But with everything that's been going on before today, to paraphrase our captain, Sean Couturier, we suck, as he said in an interview. Someone turned that into a Mishkov diss, but I just think he was addressing the team as a whole that we're not playing well. I guess
In other words, suck.
Yeah, how would you specifically single out Mishkov?
So Couturier did throw Mishkov under the bus before,
Okay.
but he said him by name and he like specifically did it. So I think someone was just like trying to look for something again because you know how Philadelphia fans
Yeah.
always trying to make something out of. I guess it was
reasonable.
before we recorded last week. Dan Vladar did get hurt against the game or in the game last Wednesday against Buffalo, which we lost 5-2. We had lost 6 straight games coming into yesterday. We were recording on Monday. We're recording on Wednesday.
Yep.
We went on the road and beat the Vegas Knights 2-1. It was a pretty ugly, gritty win.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, indeed. Thank you. Scored 2 goals on 2 Travis Konechny breakaways. One of them was shorthanded, and then just a really good showing by Urson, but like the defense stood tall in front of him. Nick Seeler played a really good defensive game, and Cam York, I believe, had 4 blocked shots. That's like 20% of Urson's saves. So all around a team win there, 2-1 against a really good team out there in Vegas. Tonight up 4-2 on Utah. Still don't really know where they stand in the rest of the league. Bobby Brink's back. Travis Konechny's back. Jamie Drysdale's back. So we're getting a little healthier.
Those are all names I know, so that's good.
Yeah, it's good to have those guys back. Tyson Forster obviously still out. It's still a big thing, and a lot of people are upset that Trevor Zegras, who has pretty much been our offense this whole season since acquiring him from Anaheim, isn't playing center just to see like if he can do it with all the injuries that are going on. At this point, I don't think Tockett's going to do it. We're coming into the Olympic break, so I don't think he's going to change anything up with the Lions as far as that goes before we get there. Speaking of the Olympic break, it kind of breaks my heart. Last Saturday against the Rangers, Rodrigo Abels, Curtis actually saw this play happen. I know because we were both here. I guess the best way to explain this to you, Josh, if you didn't see it, went into the boards and kind of had a Cam Scadaboo situation going on with his leg.
I
Oh,
did
that's
not
what that
see it.
was. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he was laying on the ground for a while.
and as we've
Yikes.
talked about before, hockey injury information is not very forthcoming. And it's just really sad that like this guy had been chosen to represent Latvia in the Olympics, and now he's not going to be able to because he's out for an undisclosed amount of time. And like that's this dude's like lifelong dream, and like he had been chosen to go represent his country at the Olympics, and it's not going to happen, and that sucks against like a blowout loss against the Rangers on a random Saturday afternoon.
Damn.
So yeah, sorry to
makes
bring
me
this
Yeah, it
bring
makes me sad. Damn.
bring the mood on the pod down, but like it is just sad. And I guess just as a joke to bring this back up, we lost to the Rangers 6-3 the day before. The New York Rangers had written a full ass page article or ad to their fans apologizing for the product of the Rangers on the ice and how they wanted it to be better. But they knew it wasn't good and they would make it better. And I think I told you, and like I told you, I texted a couple buddies that were like, Flyers definitely lose this game, and we did lose 6-3.
Nice.
And that was the sixth of the 6 losses in a row. We'll see what happens tonight. I think it's going to be a tough march to the Olympic break, and they'll get some probably much needed 3 weeks off. Now with Abel's down, the only person that's going to be in the Olympics is Travis Sanheim for Team Canada, and like, I mean, good for him.
Oh yeah, good for him.
But
Boo.
go USA, as always. Tough upcoming schedule. Don't know when we're recording next week, but we do have Colorado on the road, the Islanders at home, and then we have Columbus and Boston on the road. So somewhere in there, we'll be talking again. So I will talk to you guys about the orange and the black again then. I guess for the time being, unless you guys have any questions, we'll kick it to the Sixers.
Going off of the six wins or 6 losses in a row, whatever. We are currently 6th in the East. I believe the last time we talked, we were 4th, and I said that we had a bunch of games that were going to be actual tests coming up, and we failed all those tests. We beat the Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Maxey had an 8-steal game, which is breaks his career high, but ties the Sixers record for in game with Iverson.
At 8.
Yeah, 8 steals in one game, which is like crazy. We started off to go chronologically from when I left or when we left. We got thumped by the Cavs on Wednesday. We lost a subsequent close game that I actually attended. And my only real notes from that are, one, that small guards continue to kill us. Donovan Mitchell is just like a Sixers killer. In general, guards that have any sort of athleticism and can shoot are just destroy us. I was happy with Quentin Grimes and Maxey's performance overall, but I just didn't understand the end when we had 4.5 seconds left instead of driving it up just to like jog up and take a half-court 3. Seemed really, really weird to me. I don't really understand that type of stuff. I don't know if that's coaching or if that's just like being tired from sprinting all game up and down the court. But like, give it to Edgecombe if that's going to be Maxey's attempt. Like, I don't want that to be.
And they were really down 2, right?
We were down 2, so like, why not try to launch it up court and hit a layup, something like that? I don't know, just bad. We did beat the Pacers, as I said, so we lost to the Cavs. We lost to the Cavs on Friday and Wednesday. We beat the Pacers, which was good, and then we lost to the Suns after they went on a huge run in the third quarter against us, led by Devin Booker. Again, small guard and mental mistakes really is what leads this team to losing. Maxey has not had a very good 4 games for Maxey. I mean, he's still putting up like 20 plus or whatever, but I think he's kind of gassing himself out a little too early. This was a long stint at home that we're going to wrap up after 2 games upcoming. But he didn't really look well rested. And I think with Embiid and Paul George missing games pretty frequently for like rest or for like whatever, day to day, whatever, I think it's tough for Maxey to carry, like to shoulder the load for this team for a whole season. But he's obviously Tyrese Maxey. So I have ultimate confidence in him and Edgecombe continuing to be who they are. I don't buy into the argument thing. I don't really. I think that happens, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think
What happened?
they got into like a verbal argument. It was very visible on in a close game in the Cavs game, or not in a close game when we were getting beat pretty badly in the Cavs game on Wednesday.
I would say that's not a big deal for
Yeah.
pro players.
Yeah, I
People
think.
are trying to trade Edgecombe though.
Yeah, people are idiots.
Really? Already? Just because
Philly.
they had an argument?
Philly crowd, man.
People are really stupid.
How is he getting the AJ Brown treatment?
I don't know, because he's like the nicest kid in the world, and he's again like a kid. He's like 19, so 20, so whatever. But we have upcoming games against the Rockets and the Knicks. I'm not sure if Embiid and Paul George are back. They're day to day, which means that they're just resting, which is ridiculous. But whatever, you know, when you make 36% of the cap, but you have to take a third of the games off, that's always fun. Each 36% of the cap. So those would be tough games against the Rockets and the Knicks. Kevin Durant is a Rocket now.
What?
Yeah, so they're really, really good. And the Knicks are the Knicks. They have a bunch of young, good
Can't believe that
guys from
dude's still in the league.
Is
Yeah,
Kevin
I know,
Durant
right?
still good?
still very good. Still averaging like 25 and 5 whatever. Like very inefficient.
Shoot, man.
Yep. Yeah, he's just one of the greatest players I've ever seen play. So those would be tough games. The Rockets are tomorrow, and the Knicks, I believe, are on Saturday, but I could be wrong about the Knicks. We end our home stint with an away game at Charlotte next Monday, so that should be, on paper, should be a very easy win. The Charlotte Hornets are continuously bad, and LaMelo Ball should not be enough to beat us. I mean, Con Knepel's not bad as well, so maybe a small guard will tear us a new one again, but I don't, who knows. We do also have a home game that I would imagine against the Bucks I would imagine would be before the next podcast. So mentioning that as well, but we'll see how that goes. The Bucks are not very good this year. They're looking for a running mate with Giannis. So maybe we can convince them that Paul George can be that guy. But so basically we have 2 tough and then 2 easier games. I'm not really confident in the Sixers to hold up against any of the better teams of the NBA. I think that we are able to run and we can outrun teams, but I just think that overall it's not there yet, whether it's roster construction or coaching. I don't really know at this point. I think they will be a low playoff seed and hopefully not a first round exit, but I could see that with how they play against good teams. Paul George has actually been playing not bad, but never up to his contract, so that sucks. And my other note was that VJ Edgecombe continues to impress on both sides of the floor. He's just an insane athlete. I mean, some of these blocks that he gets, he'll be like jump in the air and be hanging in the air, and the other guy will jump, and then he like comes back down and blocks. Like he has to come down to block the guy. It's like, I don't know. He can jump out of the gym. He's a willing defender. He's very, very, very fun to watch. But we're a really fun team. I don't think that we're going to do, as I said, anything in the playoffs. But I'm hoping that in the future we can build off a season and build off getting Maxey Edgecombe an experience of a full year, and then Maxey the experience of running this team for a full year and being healthy and all that stuff. Knock on wood. As I did mention a little bit, the hope would be that Paul George, we could ship him off to like a team that just will take, we could trade him and a 2nd round pick for a different 2nd round pick to like the Wizards, and they'll eat the salary, but like whatever, hopefully get a better pick. The NBA is really weird. We'll see.
He has like 2 more years left.
Yeah, he has 2 more years, so we can't buy him out. Well, he has a year, so he has this year, next year, and then a player option, and we can't. Yeah, so 3, including this year. And Embiid, we're not gonna probably trade. We'll see. I think he'll probably just slowly deteriorate down to whatever and retire a Sixer, but that's fine. But 10-9-8. I'm not very confident after this last week, but I think that in general they're a fun team and they're a lot better than I thought they were going to be. So I'm pretty happy with that. And BJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey forever. I think that they're our future, and they are 2 of my favorite Philly athletes at the moment. If not, yeah, Edgecombe might be. He's not my favorite, but he's up there. So yeah. In general, I just like how much the team runs. They keep the pace really high. They can shoot when needed. They can get hot, but I just think that overall the defense on small guards is not going to help. And I think that, other teams have more star power than we do, and that ends up hurting us in the end. But that wraps up our Sixers, a few minutes. Hopefully they can sneak a win against the Rockets or the Knicks. And then obviously the goal would be to beat the Hornets and the Bucks, but we'll see. We continue to roll through. This is like the bulk of their season. So we have, as I'm looking, it's like 3 or 4 games a week for the next few weeks. So it'll be a big, we'll, by the end of February, we'll really know where this team stands. So yeah, go Sixers. We shall see.
Yeah.
Go Sixers.
Yeah.
10-9-8.
Yeah, I guess sticking with basketball just to get it out of the way. I don't have much to say about the University of Pittsburgh. I did rep them today because they had a game against Boston College, which we lost. Surprise, surprise. But on that note, Pitt basketball is business as usual. We have to fire Mr. Incapable himself, Jeff Capel.
You beat me to the joke I say
Yeah,
every week.
I finally stuck on, or it got whatever. Finally stuck, caught on. Exactly. That's how I feel watching Pitt basketball. Just really bad. So yeah, fire Capel. That's all I have about basketball. Pitt football wise, we got more transfer people. Nobody really of note. I'm very much worried about the offensive and defensive line. The defensive line last year was really small, just physically. And Mason Heinschel likes to hold the ball a little too long for my liking. So not having a good offensive line is going to kill us if that's the case. And I know that we're losing a few through the transfer portal. So we lost about, or we have about 20-ish who declared that they're transferring. And I think about 15 have found a school. So maybe we'll get Zion Fowler out back and a few other guys, but we've got 15 back so far. So we'll see. Need offensive line. That's really what I'm hoping for. So we'll see. And I guess on that note, that's my small Pitt segment. So we'll kick it over to John to the other half of the state for Penn State hockey, at least.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Penn State hockey. I talked about last week that Penn State had moved from number 9 to number 8 in the country, and we were hosting Notre Dame last weekend. The Fighting Irish Golden Domers came in with a 7-game losing streak, and they left Happy Valley with a 9-game losing streak.
Nice.
Good job.
The boys took care of business at home, swept them with a 4-1 and a 6-3 win on Friday and Saturday, respectively. I mean, it's really good to see the guys just like take care of a bad opponent at home and do what they're supposed to do. We're really going into a tough part of the season with the Big Ten schedule really kicking in. This weekend, we're away at Wisconsin. They're number 5 in the country right now. So those games will be played on Friday and Saturday. Currently ranked number 2, Michigan State will be Friday, January 30th and Saturday, January 31st. That 31st game going to be outside at Beaver Stadium, so that should be really fun for everyone involved. And then the following week, number 1 away at Michigan in Ann Arbor for another 2-game set. So the next 3 weeks will definitely prove where Penn State ranks against the Big Ten and really like high-end college hockey competition as far as the rest of the season goes as we start winding down on the second half of the season. Before we leave this segment, I would like to note that 3 Penn State players have been nominated for the Hobie Baker Award. That's the basically the Heisman for college hockey.
Oh, that's cool. How many nominations are there?
Like 40.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So there's like a fan vote aspect. There's a writers vote aspect. But Matt DeMarsico, my boy Gavin McKenna, both forwards that we've talked about plenty of times on this podcast, and then goalie Josh Fleming have all received nominations for the award.
Shout out.
Hell yeah.
Josh always in there. There's always got to be a Josh.
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever said that before.
Or have they?
Just Josh.
So just wanted to mention it. McKenna, I know NHL, from the NHL standpoint, he's had like a disappointing season, but I think as like a 17-year-old kid who turned 18 in December, playing against college talent is proving out to be really well. And if he slides down the draft and if he can make it to wherever the Flyers land or wind up this year, that'd be awesome. So we'll see how the rest of the year goes. Shout out to the DeMarsico, Fleming, and McKenna for getting the nod. Hopefully one of them can take it home with a national championship.
Be pretty cool.
And then we'll see how Wisconsin goes on the road this week, and we'll talk about it next week when we're back. do we want to pontificate on the Phillies before we get out of here?
I think so.
Sure.
I think
But
we got
before
some
we do
time.
that, I'm just gonna quick pause this and find that one spot in the video,
Okay.
and we could replay our prediction of Bo Bichette
Nice.
and then speak on it
Perfect.
because it was hilarious how wrong we were.
I don't blame us.
Oh no, it is not us. But
Do you want more thread or you?
we shall be back. All right, ladies. We were gone for a while, but not to you guys. I did find that clip, so we're going to watch it now and then react. Here we go.
Hooray.
Ready to hear your own voices, ladies?
Not never.
This is what I have to do every day when I edit the podcast.
I don't envy you.
Welcome to my life.
Your games.
Go Bo.
Yep.
Win the ACC.
Well,
Bo Bichette,
well,
how
second.
actually legitimate is this Bo Bichette shit I've been hearing?
It seems pretty legit. Let me
It
finish,
does.
finish this up real
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
quick.
there's-
Right-hand
there's
pitcher
more
Chase
to finish.
Sugart who-
Shugart.
had a 3.4 ERA and 35 appearances for the Pittsburgh Pirates last season.
Yep.
May be a non-factor, but we'll just mention
Sugar.
it. I looked it up earlier. They said it's sugar with a T.
Ah, okay. I figured it would be French.
You have
Uh,
something smooth as
Sometimes you
sounding,
get
then
Booker
sugar-
tea, other times you get sugar tea.
He's right, you know.
That's what they always say.
Sugar tastes better than
29?
boogers, so
If he's a prospect, he's 29.
such an idiot.
We're doing great.
Yeah.
We're doing great, sweetie.
Come on, guys.
So
get
Boba
to it.
Fett, which everyone keeps saying they're going to make Boba Fett jokes, which I didn't get until saying his name out loud
Mm-hmm.
so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom call with the upper management yesterday, kind of like a, hey, everyone, let's get to know everyone. By all reports, it went very well.
Hell yeah, dude.
There supposedly
So
have been
well.
no contract talks
Hang the
yet.
banner.
Even though all of the like general baseball beat writers have us as the favorite to land him now.
Okay.
Another big factor was that we signed Don Mattingly to be our bench coach this year,
Mm.
and he was Toronto's bench coach last year, and apparently they have a really good relationship. Hopefully better than Nick and AJ Brown's, but we will see. Nailed it, guys.
It's my favorite button, guys. Clearly. This is podcastception.
Hell yeah, dude. It's crazy. That was quick.
So yeah, we'll see. I don't want to get too excited about anything before I see it happen.
Smart.
Boba
But you
Fett,
did. You got this.
6
right.
months
I got
younger than
excited. Now
Bry-
I only can hear Boba Fett.
Bryson
say-
Stott. So it would be exciting to get a guy of
Yeah,
his
he's a young boy.
caliber
He's my age.
into the roster. I've seen jokes that Kyle Schwarber is going to play catcher if this happens because we're probably not going to be able to re-sign JT Realmuto.
No.
Although I think on that note that the
JT is having issues with the Phillies right now.
well, it just sounds like the interest in JT isn't as high as he thought it was going to be either, because I think the Boston interest was overblown a little bit. I think if people wanted JT, a deal would be
almost
done by
over,
now
don't
either
worry.
way. Whether
Yep.
the Phillies pounced to keep him or the other team just overpaid and got him. So
I agree.
we'll see what happens there, obviously, and we'll see what happens with Alec Boehm if this Bo Bichette contract does go down. Or January 14th. Got a long road to go before I think anything gets ironed out.
Such a long word.
I agree. I agree.
Anything else before?
Man, I
we,
really agree a lot. I'm very
All
agree.
right. Well, that seems to be it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, that didn't go so well, unfortunately. I shouldn't have agreed.
So agreeable, this guy.
I agree. I agree.
agreeable guy.
I agree.
That's the problem.
Just agreeing to everything. Oh man. Well, I mean, we obviously did not end up with Boba Fett. He went to the worst team in Major League Baseball.
Man, he's gonna get booed so much this year for
Yeah.
no reason really, but
Well,
it's gonna be a thing.
yeah.
For some reason.
Some reason. Shouldn't have gone to the Mets. If he'd gone anywhere else, it'd be fine.
That's true.
Well, it wouldn't be fine. I'd still be upset, but I wouldn't like want to boo him. Whatever. It's all good. But in other baseball news, Ranger Suarez apparently said that his name has been pronounced Ron Hare the entire time, and he was like, "I don't care, but it is Ron Hare instead of Ranger," which just so much less cool. So I'm gonna keep calling him Ranger, even though.
Yeah, that doesn't rhyme with danger.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's pretty lame.
Yeah,
But I mean, when you get paid, you can say those kind of things.
it's true. It's very true. Some guy that I follow, or I don't even know if I follow him on Twitter, but he's like a Eagles fan that's like relatively popular was like, what? And I was like, all the comments were like, have you never heard Spanish before, man? Like, but anyway,
Is that like a common name?
no, not at all. It's just like that's how it would be pronounced in. It's weird because it's not a name. It would, but that's how it's like they took an American name and then tried to pronounce it in Spanish. And then when he moved to America, everyone was like, oh, just Ranger, which like Ranger isn't
Right.
kind of a name. It's kind of a middle name, but whatever. Um, but yeah, either way, no, not a Hispanic name by any means. So I don't know. I don't know. Venezuelan names are usually a little like they have little like Americanized names and things like that. So, but yeah, shout out to Ron Hair Danger.
So I guess if we want to wrap that up with everything, we're going to talk about our bad takes on Boba Fett.
Sure. I mean, that was
That's
I
what
just
I
wanted
was
to, when I was listening to the pod back, just to listen to it, that take, I was listening to it the day after
Everything happened.
the issue that happened. And I was like, oh, we can bring this up and see how John feels about his pretty strong opinion.
Well,
on-
to be fair, I did say that I wasn't going to get excited until I
Yeah,
saw
no,
everything
you
happen.
did. You did.
True.
And
I agreed.
You did. You did agree. So I blame the beat writers for being totally off base.
Yeah.
I will say that Boba Fett asked for 7 years, $200 million, and the Phillies were like, hey, here's 7 years, $200 million. And the Mets, who hadn't really seemed to like be in the hunt for Boba Fett, came out of nowhere and were like, hey, here's 3 years, $126 million.
Hell yeah, I think.
And I guess going back, the Mets had touched base with Boba Fett during the winter meetings, which I guess really wasn't reported on. So they had done like some groundwork for him, and it makes sense. And I like Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett would have been really nice in the Phillies lineup. I don't think Boba Fett's a guy that needs like a Bryce Harper or a Trey Turner level contract like that many years, over $300 million. But
Yeah,
like
it seems a bit excessive.
baseball money is like crazy.
Mhm.
So where I think, obviously, when you look at the numbers, he asked for 7,200. The Phillies gave him what he wanted. The Mets came out and were like 3 years, 126. When you look at that on a base level, obviously that looks awesome
Yeah.
compared to what the Phillies are offering. But like, bro, this is what you're asking for. I think most guys want more years at a bigger number than he was asking the Phillies for. So I don't know that like he was ever actually serious about signing with the Phillies on those numbers.
True.
But I also think if he stays the 3 years with the Mets, who knows what happens 3 years from now? There's like an imminent lockout possibly
Yeah.
with a salary cap on the other side of that. So if he took like the shorter term with the money, thinking he can re-enter free agency in 3 years and get like a huge contract, that might not happen.
Also, how old is he?
My age. He's
27?
27.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he'll be 30 when his contract's up.
Yeah.
But on a downside for the Mets, he can opt out any year he wants. If he doesn't like how things go with the Mets this year, he's got a player option next year and he can opt out and just do free agency next year again. So like the way the
okay.
Mets sign the contract, I just don't understand. Like nobody wins in this situation. Bo obviously gets a higher annual value, higher than what the Phillies gave him, even though that's what he asked for. But like, if he's not happy with the Mets this year, they do like it's a joke that I think the division's gonna be really hard this year for the Phillies
Hard.
because it's a joke that the Mets fall apart every year, but like one year they won't, and like that's
Yeah.
gonna be terrible
That's true.
for the Phillies.
I just
But like,
think it's
let's say they fall apart again this year, like they always do. Bo can just be like, "This sucks. I'm getting out of this culture. Whatever. I'm going back to free agency." Phillies could get him next year, but there is a looming lockout next year, so who knows what that looks like.
Yeah.
And either way, I think it's a bad deal for everybody involved. Bo has like the most options, I guess, but he can opt out either year. Like, so he has to play for the Mets this year. He can opt out next year. He can opt out the year after that. It doesn't matter because they're all player options. So, I mean, the Phillies didn't get him, and like as good as I think he would be for the Phillies lineup, it sucks we missed out on him because he can hit an off-speed pitch. That's something that's missing from this lineup. I don't think.
That feels like that's the thing that happens every year.
Yeah, and like
For as long as I've been a Phillies fan, they can't hit
just
all
hope
50 pitches.
Trey Turner can figure it out. You just hope Bryce Harper can figure out how to do it again. You just hope Bryson Stott can get back to there again. But like this lineup, the Phillies lineup is going to be the same players minus
Castellanos.
Adelise Garcia and maybe Justin Crawford if he's playing outfield every day.
Are you sure minus Castellanos?
No.
There's no way Castellanos is on this team. I don't care if they eat the money, they're going to cut him. The way he talked about Rob last year, they're not going to let him stay on this team.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of time. I mean, maybe I eat this. You can clip this if you need to.
We will.
We're like 45 minutes into the podcast on January 21st. I don't think there's any world where Nick Castellanos is on this team in 2020.
You're probably right, but
I agree.
the way things have been going for the Phillies this offseason, I feel like we're just going to run it back with everybody. Except
We're not running it back. Rob said that today. We're not running it back
Why?
because we have 3 new guys in the bullpen and Matt Strom's gone.
Oh, he
Doesn't that change everything?
eats.
And if you tell me that I will tell you we are worse than we were last year.
I agree.
Who's that
He does. He agreed.
Who is that outfielder we got?
Adelise Garcia.
Yeah, we just said that name, right?
Yep.
He's a thing.
I mean, you have Duran. You didn't have Duran all of last year. You had him after the trade deadline.
He took that cool ride in the Mets hat.
Harrison
Or not the
Bader.
Mets hat, the Nationals hat.
the little cart to get him off when we all thought his ankle broke and the season was over.
Yeah. I mean, the season was over anyway, so he should have just broke his ankle. Whatever.
If we get Jake Paul back, that'd be great. But
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul?
Jake Paul with long hair,
No.
Harrison Bader, they just look.
I would, at this point, please.
Honestly, Jake Paul could probably hit a baseball better than a lot of them.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I'd rather. So
Space.
if you don't re-sign Harrison Bader, do you know what we're going to trade for at the trade deadline?
Harrison Bader Jr.
Yeah, a right-handed
Kepler.
out, a right-handed hitting.
I think he's done.
I mean, you could get Max Kepler after 80 games because he's serving a suspension.
nice.
But like, it's going to be like the 3rd year in a row at the trade deadline. You're trading for a right-handed.
Yeah, what do we get? The 1 year, Austin
outfielder.
Hearns.
Austin Hayes.
Austin
from
Hayes?
from
What Hearns am I thinking of?
Alan
Baltimore.
Hearns,
Alan
wide
Hearns.
receiver. Yeah. Also, kind of random note, but Bo Bichette has a brother named Dante Bichette Jr., which is funny because like Dante Bichette was a baseball player, and like
What's his dad?
yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You name your son Junior, and then the other one's really good at baseball. Like it's
I just realized I can't say any names right ever.
Bichette.
No, Austin Hearns, Alan Hearns,
Mm.
Austin
Austin
Hayes.
Hayes. You know who I mean, but I never say it correctly.
That's fine. That's why you're in the friend zone.
Exactly.
We got you.
I just feel like such an asshole every time I talk. Wow. Anyway,
I guess we're
makes
probably
more
running
sense.
long on the Phillies for this time of year, but it was funny that when the news came out that Bo Bichette was not going to happen, like 2 seconds later, everyone was like, JT Realmuto deal imminent. And we definitely overpaid for JT.
Yeah.
So we
Definitely
coulda
too
kept
many
Ranger.
years. We could have kept Ranger
which I would
with
love.
that money.
I love
which would've
Ranger.
been great.
Ranger.
Or I'm
is-
sorry, Ron
Hair.
Hair. Ron Hair Suave.
Yeah.
Ranger's a better.
Mr. Cool.
I agree. It's
Ranger
just,
sounds better. Ranger Danger.
Ranger Danger.
He has always performed well in the playoffs.
So yeah, that aspect of it's annoying if you had that money set aside for Bo and you could have kept Ranger and then still called up Painter at some point this year. That would have been great.
Is that ever going to happen? Everybody in our farm system is going to be
It's got to happen this
Be
year.
30.
It's got to. You refused to trade him last year. If he doesn't,
for a reason, right?
if he doesn't come up this year, there's
What
a
was the
problem.
point? Yeah, what was the point?
Right. Your window, if we're being generous, the window is 2 more years.
Really?
Generous. I
It-
said,
okay, generous.
If you're being
Really?
generous.
It's
I'm gonna say I disagree.
I assume
I
the
disagree
window
too.
is
Yeah.
closed.
Last year was the. I agree. Last year was the
think so.
the window.
yeah.
I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, and like you guys may disagree with me.
Never.
No, sometimes. Petty Bryce Harper this year could be an MVP Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
He's in batting cages wearing shirts that say "not elite" on them because of Dave Dombrowski calling him not elite. I love that shit.
Sure.
Right? Angry Bryce Harper is the best Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Like, give me all of
Maybe
that.
it was the best thing he ever said to Bryce.
That's fine. He's gonna be like what 34 this season, I think.
Yeah.
And we have him for 12 more years.
Yeah.
True. We'll have him till
Hell
50.
yeah.
This team is going to be so old and so expensive
Yeah.
at some point.
Mm.
It's going to be a bunch of Garys running around the bases.
So,
Sure. Wow.
I mean, I will take that. If we get the same Trey Turner we had last year,
Sure.
it's still the thing that, like, I don't care how much Rob wants to say we're not running it back. We're fucking running it back.
Mm.
And, like, my
It's the
excitement
same
level-
team, minus Ranger.
I'm like, yeah. And that makes you worse,
Which
too.
is way worse.
Sure does.
Absolutely makes you worse.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, like, and everyone just thinks, like, Zach Wheeler is, like, this thing that's just going to come back on
He
the mound. and
doesn't
be
know if he's going to
fun.
come back.
Nobody knows. And everyone wants to talk about it like he's going to come back and he's going to be, like,
And if he does come
Okay.
back, is he going to be him?
my expectation on Zach Wheeler is, like, never pitching again. And if
I
it's
agree.
better than that, awesome.
I actually agree. Not even joking.
I hope just for him, we get to see him again.
Me too.
Hope for us.
And us.
So I hope he could be like 65, 70% of what he was. Like,
Oh, man. I made Bryce Harper really old. What did I say? 36 this year?
you said 34.
Okay. Yeah. 34 this year.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Well, on that note, I think we might have nailed the pod.
Did we nail the pod, guys?
I think so.
I don't have anything to say other
Yeah.
than
Go all the teams.
Go teams.
I'm,
kind of fuck Sirianni at this point.
yeah, I'm less and less. It depends on who we get as a coordinator, and then we'll give our takes on
And
that
if-
for
if-
sure.
I think Sirianni's just going to give him, here's the playbook, which is what he tries to do all the time.
I don't know. I hope whoever gets a job is just like, do your thing
Yeah, I agree.
with no Sirianni
All out.
oversight.
Yeah.
And has a meeting with
In
A.J.
that case,
Brown.
what
They're
does
like,
Sirianni
A.J.
do?
Brown's
Why is he
happy
here?
with what's happening. But yeah,
But,
Hopefully, try to get the locker room back, but who knows?
yeah, that culture guy, Nick, really
Yeah.
didn't. What does he do? Anyway, on that note,
On that note,
we will end the pod.
go Birds always.
we
Bears.
are always.
Hail to Pitt always.
Mm. Temple, yo yo.
Nice. Shout out Temple.
Yo, shout out.
T for Temple.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys to all who have watched this long for hanging out with us.
Actually, a fairly short episode.
yeah, not bad for us.
There's some cutting for me to do, so it'll be even shorter.
For sure. This was the three best friends in the friend zone
Best zone to be in on this occasion.
on this occasion, for sure.
And you've been in the friend zone with the Flyers still up 4-2
Let's
against
go.
the Mammoth.
I'm gonna lock it in at this point.
Well,
I
I'll do
fucking
that.
hate you.
Locking it in, baby.
All right.
Almost 8 minutes left, bro. How you gonna do that?
That's the lock it in song.
All right.
Locking it in.
I'm okay with it.
All right. Well, you know where to find us at Friendzone Pod on Instagram, X, Twitter. All the links are in our description. All the links are in our link tree on our Instagram and X shit.
If you're smart, you can find the
Yeah.
link.
Find it. Use the internet. Don't be a dickhead.
Yes.
Find us. Share it. And love us. Later, dickheads.
4-3.
Oh.
Flyers over
Uh-oh.
the Mammoth.
Later,
But I still love you guys.
gang.
This is because Josh
I
locked
think
it.
I may have
Might be locked
locked
out.
it in a
Yeah,
little
might be locked out.
prematurely. Hopefully I see you next weekend. Next week. Later, guys.
Peace.
Love you. Bye.
Sorry, Joe.
This is one of the few times.